I honestly hope the Democrats try to push gun control. I think it's absolutely despicable the way these Democrats, anytime there's a mass shooting, they immediately stand on the bodies of dead human beings and try to score political points. It's absolutely grotesque and despicable. It's every single time. And this is not senseless violence. I'm so sick of hearing politicians call this senseless violence. It's not senseless. It's called evil. It's called demon possession. It's called unclean spirits. It's not senseless. It makes perfect sense when you've got a society with a morally corrupt, degraded, rotten culture, despicable, immoral society, that this kind of stuff happens. And the fact that Democrats immediately go into trying to score political points, I just think is so grotesque. I won't argue with them. They come into my stream, they send out these tweets, and they start making all these political points. I'm not going to get into the argument. I am not going to all of a sudden debate with them whether gun control works or not, or whether we should take away the rights of American citizens, or whether we should do this, or blah, 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 blah. But because I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to engage in a political debate the day of a mass shooting when the bodies are still warm. I think that's very distasteful. I think Democrats need to have a little bit of class. I think it's absolutely despicable the way that these Democrats, they don't even care about the dead people. And they're so just uncaring. They literally don't care at all. They literally tell the families, like, screw your thoughts and prayers. People are offering to try to help these families, and the Democrats are like, oh, screw them, screw you guys. That doesn't, unless you're signing bans on guns, unless you're banning guns, it means nothing. They genuinely don't even care about the people that are dead or the families of the victims. It's just immediately to gun control, and we got to take away guns. And it's just, I find it so despicable and off color and just grotesque, and they do it every time. And so I'm not going to debate it. I'm not going to do that. All I'm going to do is attack the Democrats for trying to. So some Democrats come in and start talking to me about, oh, we need gun control. Oh my gosh, I can't believe blood is on the Republicans' hands. I'm going to attack you for being a disgusting, grotesque human being, for trying to politicize a tragic death of somebody else. And you don't even care about the person dead. You don't even care about these families. You're just using it for partisan political reasons. It's one of my pet peeves. Meanwhile, here we are, May 24th, 2022, and it's like every single bit of news that comes out, it's just Democrats being wrong, demonstrably, provably wrong. Look at gas prices. Joe Biden said, hey, I'm going to release our strategic petroleum reserve, literally releasing our oil that's supposed to be used during wartime. Just release that. And then what happened? Gas prices and oil prices continue to skyrocket. It did nothing. Biden today admitting, which Democrats have admitted a whole bunch, they like high gas prices. They want gas prices to be higher. They like it. They think it's an incredible positive transition that we're going through. They want your quality of life to be lower. They don't want you to be able to take road trips with your family. Oh, you want to take a road trip with your family? Nope. Too much global warming for that. You can't go on a road trip with your family. Too much global warming. It's absolutely disgusting. And they're shutting down pipelines. Joe Biden shutting down oil drilling, shutting down pipelines, begging our enemies to drill more oil. It's honestly staggering. I don't know, when are the American people going to realize that these Democrats are destroying your way of life? They're destroying your quality of life. You want to pay $10 a gas for a gallon of gas and not be able to take a trip, and it's all because of global warming, nut job, climate alarmism. The American people need to realize that these Democrats are not our friends when it comes to the economy and our quality of life and things like that. Just saw a news story today about a new study that just came out. 2/3 of the United States is looking at power outages this summer. The power grid is literally failing, and we could have blackouts in the United States because the Dems are so insane about global warming that they won't allow coal-fired power plants. They won't allow any fossil fuel power plants. You name it, they won't allow it. It's all windmills and solar panels because they're tied in with the windmill and solar panel issues. It's absolutely insane. And they're just, so we're looking at a summer of $6, $7, $10 a gallon gas, blackouts, power outages, empty shelves, the baby formula is not available. We've got a border crisis going on. We've got 7,000 people a day coming across the border. That's 2.5 million a year on top of the 1 million a year that come here legally. You're looking at 3.5 million to 4 million people coming into the country, foreigners coming into the country every single year, 7,000 people a day illegally. This is a disaster. This is an absolute disaster. The American people need to realize that these left-wing policies are insane. It's killing our quality of life. These Democrats are grotesque, partisan political hacks, and we got to end this stuff. We've got to start voting for good Americans who are conservative, who value our Constitution, who value freedom, who value the free market, who don't want government, who don't like authoritarianism, who don't want authoritarianism, because that's what Democrats are. They're authoritarians.